everybody, welcome back. Well, today we are out at the property. Been out here multiple times over the past month, 2 months. Been a little bit challenging considering, coming out with family, with the kids, trying to work on things with kind of some time crunches. That makes it a little challenging whenever you're trying to get things done, and I'm also learning the video aspect. So, well, this is it. This is the place. As you can probably see here, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. Been doing some clearing. Got my little guy back there. He's been a monster. It's been amazing. So we've been, as you can probably see, a lot of the stumps out here. We've been working on doing some clearing. One of my good buddies, Josh, and I. And we've accumulated quite a pile of logs and brush for burning later on. So today is going to be some more clearing. Hopefully, it'll stay pretty decent out, stay warm enough. The one thing I'm curious about is how well my tractor fared out here, considering it's been about near zero for this last week. But we'll Today is actually it's been in the upper 30s, so seems actually pretty decent out. So hopefully we'll be able to get her going, and we'll check that out. And then also we're going to check out the new saw. Yes, the new chainsaw. So we'll get going. A couple of weeks ago, last time I was out here with my buddy Josh, we were having some troubles. So the saw that I bought for working on the property here, I bought a Stihl MS271. So it's the Farm Boss, or the home and ranch saw. Well, it worked. It cut up a bunch. It's got it's a 50cc. It's got a 20-inch bar on it, but it was just it was very underpowered for really what our needs were. So I'm going to show you a clip here where we were trying to cut down a tree. So here you go.
I was going to say you're going to take out property. See if we can't jam it in there and just get a little bit going.
Wait, don't move it!
All right, so that tree gave us some fits and some trouble. Yeah, for a couple reasons. One, because of the little bit of lean that it had, but then also because it was just the cutting was taking a long time, and I didn't know how far to push the saw in the tree. So what I ended up doing was I ended up having to replace it. I'm still keeping it. I still have it, and we're going to use it as a limbing saw. But the problem was that because as slow as it cuts, the bar ended up getting bent in a bind in the tree. So I decided that I needed to upgrade, needed to get something a little bit better. So that's where the new guy comes in. MS462. Yes, it's a pro level saw, pro grade saw. 70 cc's or 70 plus. I mean, with the M-Tronic, it is a 25-inch bar, and it's an amazing saw. So this will be the first time we'll get it up and going here out on the property. Tested a little bit previously, but we'll go ahead and get her fired up, get her warmed up, see how she sounds. But first, let's get some oil and some gas in her. I tell you what, I have been super excited about the idea of getting this saw. Of course, my wife had a hard time swallowing the idea of it. Because it's not a cheap guy. It's not a cheap saw. Which, I mean, it's for good reason, because it's a beast of a saw. I mean, I have been so impressed. I've spent a bunch of time researching, watching a bunch of YouTube to see what kind of saw I should consider. I was considering between the 362 and then the 462. I ultimately went with the 462 simply because this is something that, as you can see, I mean, I've got a lot of clearing to do, because we're on about 28 acres, and the plan eventually is to clear several acres. And so I know while that's going to be a lengthy process over time, it's going to be something where I felt I just needed to go ahead and bite the bullet and get something that'll last a long time, that's been proven, and also something that is well, I'd rather not continue to struggle with a smaller 271, and when I can get work done faster and be a little bit more efficient with my productivity out here, considering I only have about 1 day a week that I get to come out to the property, because this is my spare time on the weekends. So let's go ahead and get her started. I'm not going to cover all the startup procedures here, simply because there are so many great videos out there on YouTube that talk about how you start them, how long you want to let them idle, and then get them up to speed after about a minute, just simply so that way you can make certain the M-Tronic carburetor is able to get itself set for the altitude, for the temperature, and all those kinds of factors. And so for all you safety Sallies out there, yes, I do have hearing protection in. Got my hard hat, got my chaps, and so once we get to cutting, we'll be safe. All right, folks. So in all seriousness, I was just making a little joke. One of the big things that I do focus on is safety. Gloves, protection, hearing protection, because you want to protect your head, protect your eyes, protect your ears, and wear some chaps, wear some good rugged shoes, and preferably steel toe boots, because heard too many horror stories about people in chainsaw accidents, especially since I'm out here kind of by myself today. I definitely want to make certain that I don't have something happen and I don't make it home to my wife and kids. So anybody out there who feels that they're perfectly comfortable with running a chainsaw or operating equipment without thinking about all the safety considerations, well, if that's a risk you're willing to take, you know, that's on you, but I'm not willing to take on that risk. So all right, let's get to it. I got a couple that we're going to take down. All right, so we've got a pretty decent sized area that we've already cleared. We got some smaller trees felled. We had the big one over there that gave us a little bit of trouble, but we're looking at, I'm going to try to get this oak and this oak taken down today. They're not too terribly large, but they're you know, they're kind of within the area that we're looking at when it comes to our footprint for building. And so we're gonna go ahead with these. I'm gonna try to actually pull as much as I can out of it. And what I mean by that is, especially this guy here, I've got we got a pretty straight tree. So this one I might save off and see if that's something I can use a little later on. Some of them is just going to become firewood. Some of it might just get added to some of the brush will get added to our burn pile.
Well, unfortunately, I made another rookie mistake here. This is where I only had the one camera rolling. I was planning on trying to get another camera up and to capture a better close-up view of this, especially since this is the first tree I'll be felling with the 462, just to see how smooth and how well it really does in this tree. I was really impressed with how the saw sunk into the oak, and it with no problems whatsoever. Boy, am I ever impressed with this saw, this 462. Starts on the first pull every time, and it goes like a hot knife through butter in this about 17, 18 inch wide oak here. My 271, there's no way it could do this. It like could do it, but it's just it's a fraction of the time, and it's unbelievable. And I feel like I was able to get so much done in a short amount of time.
everybody. You know, it's been a day. Had a good time out here today. Was able to get a fair amount cleared out. All sorts of stuff stacked up on the pile. Got some more trees cleared out. Especially got a big stump dug out that was right there. Then got a whole bunch of small trees over there. As you can see here, this is the stump for what we were clearing out earlier. That was the tree that was taken down, and then we got all this area cleared up back to the tractor. Yeah, we got a pretty good amount done today. Unfortunately, you know, I'm always hoping to get more, but you know, I think we made some decent progress. Well, I guess that wraps it up for today. We'll go ahead and pack it up so that way we can head home, get some dinner, go see the family, and then you know, we'll try to make it out here again. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit more cooperative, but super excited. All right, thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time.